Stay out in the cold, where it never gets old. Gonna burn out slowly.
Hello and welcome to the live stream. How are you all doing today? Nearly July. Glad to be back. I'm looking forward to what's going to be coming on the channel in the next couple of weeks. I'm looking forward to the 3 live weekly streams, one Monday, today, one Wednesday and one on Saturday evening. Hopefully there'll be a few more people about on Saturday evening. I think the plan for doing a Saturday evening stream is so as I can get more of you involved. It may work better for some. I don't know what your times are, what time you get online at, but the plan is to try and get more people in from different countries around the world, because I know we have a lot of members from the US and other people obviously further east of me from Ireland. So yeah, hopefully we can get you all dragged into the stream at some stage on that Saturday stream. So what to do today? Don't be afraid to say hello in the chat. It is there. You can certainly ask any questions. And yeah, if there's anything you want to ask me while we're here, by all means shout. So what am I doing today? What are the plans? Well, you probably saw in the last video, I did say I was going to do a video on Seasonal Kingdom. So I thought, why not just start in Seasonal Kingdom? We can just go over anybody who's not doing Seasonal Kingdom. This will give you a little insight into how absolutely mental it is. And when I say mental, I mean it is crazy. It's like, what would I liken it to? It's basically like epics on acid. So there's just constant things running. So you have your pinnacle of warfare. This is your window to be able to go through your guardsmen. I've only unlocked up to guardsman level 7. The plan is to at minimum get to 8. I doubt very much I'll get to 9 just from a time perspective. But my God, if you're not in a decent clan, there is no way you're going to get through all of these. It's really more intensive. I'll tell you what it's like. For anybody who's ever played Kingdom versus Kingdom, way back in the day, so a couple of years ago, when it was the event that all clans looked forward to, all the big clans anyway, it's pretty much like that on Acid, because it's just non-stop. There's if you're getting more than 9 or 10 hours sleep at night, and maybe 2 to 3 hours in real life, you're not doing enough in Seasonal Kingdom. Basically, that's the way it's working out. So it's just mad. Pinnacle Warfare, Path of Legend. This basically is, as you do personal goals, reach personal goals, you get these extra bits and pieces. So you get resources, orbs, speed ups, etc., as you go through it, right up to the point where you're just getting kind of concurrent things. You're getting your orbs increase, obviously, in the amount you get, the resources that you get, building resources, stone, lumber, timber, iron, etc. What else? You get a legendary captain selection chest. Now that isn't great. You're only getting, I think you get 16 basically, 16 pieces to be able to add to a captain. So it's not many. It really isn't many. The daily speed ups for doing things like building and doing your academy research, you get those as well. So they all kind of tick along each time you do something, each time you're killing anything in the events. For example, Forest Renegades is on at the minute. What this is, there are cities on the map that, this one for example, so you can basically do one or two things. You can just plain out attack it and bring your best troops with you, and when you kill the city you will get, where have I got one here, attacked Exiles Grove. So basically these are the troops that were in this particular one. This was a level 35. And from me killing it, as you can see, you're bringing mercs. This is a kind of a hard one to do if you don't have mercenaries. And I suppose this is why I wanted to do a video on Seasonal Kingdom, just to let people know what you are likely to have to do. You get resources from these, you get some silver, you will get obviously conquest points from attacking, experience points, and then other things which basically get you through the event. But this is what I basically had to attack. So it was very strong walls, and then obviously there were mercenaries that you had to fight. I think it's nearly all mercenaries. Now there are some others, but you get an option to scout the city as well. So I could scout it, but as you can see, there's 25,000 scouts in a level 35. Now they're not all the same, they are different, but there's 25,000 level 7 scouts. I'm not at S7 yet, so that would be impossible for me to be able to scout. So the scouting is a bit pointless in my opinion. I just hit, at the minute I know I can kill probably up to level 40 of the Exiles Grove. So that's what I'll do basically. I'll just take as many troops as I can, and I'll just pile on an attack in that. So that's one of the things that's on. Other than that, it's just an epic fest here. So currently the Shadow City is on. What else? Doomsday is running at the same time. Shadow Invasion is running at the same time. Clash for the Throne is running at the same time. Currently we're running Pursuit for Experience as well. And then obviously you have your other mini event, Blessing of the Gods is on at the minute. Summon Mastery is for Dust and Fragments. But there's a lot of things that you don't have to do in Seasonal Kingdom. Really, it's about just trying to get through and push through this and get these troops. So, like I said, I will probably bail out at Guardsman level 8 if I can get to it, and I'm a long way off. I think I've nearly got the 4 trillion that I need, to be able to get the first section of research done. But look, it is intensive. This on top of trying to run your main account, and on top of trying to maybe run your silver alts or anything else you're doing, it's a lot. I've had players, look, unless you got money to spend, if you don't have any money to spend, do not bother wasting your time with Seasonal Kingdom. It is not for the faint-hearted. You will have to spend. There's no two ways about it. At the very least, to get into a half-decent clan, you're going to have premium, you're going to have the Triumphal Pass, and you're probably going to be expected to have the Forest Pass as well. And just to show you them, so obviously you've got the Gifts of the Forest here. These give you some good benefits. You get a free amount, but the Forest Pass costs $19.99, so it's $20 or €20, and you do then get a fair few things in here. There are obviously mercenaries to be got depending on the level you're at. So once you hit G6, you'll be able to get the T9 mercenaries, the top level mercenaries. You can get Valor points from here as well, but it doesn't pay you to get that. You're better off saving any points you have. Again, in my opinion, for things like the mercenaries, you may need the tar. And what else have I got from this? Yeah, obviously the clan, the keys, the clan chests are very important, and you will be expected to take the clan chests because they help boost the clan. So you can see I've already done them. I did them, I think, the first day. But yeah, you do get mercenaries once you get to a certain level. So once you hit, I think it was 200 and odd of the Forest loyalty level, this opens basically all of them up, and the points that you get do roll over. This refreshes every 5 days. The points do roll over and stay there for the next time, so you don't have to worry about that. But yeah, to be able to do this properly, I would be honestly suggesting that if you don't have, I'd say, a few $100s or euro or pounds, it's definitely not for you. You're better off spending time on your own account. I'm not bothering with either of the captains in this Seasonal Kingdom. So I'm not bothering with Skadi, I'm not bothering with Beowulf. I'm only here for the 2 artifacts, the Forest Crown, which I already have, and which I've already got this Seasonal Kingdom, and also the heart. So I've got both of them, and now it's just a case, as I say, when I hit the G8, I'll be getting the artifacts to be able to improve the star level on those, or one or other of them. And that's it, then I am out of this place. It is just mental. I'm not sorry I did it, because I did want to have both of those artifacts, but the big push now after this will be the event that runs in your main account, which gives you a chance to obviously boost your star level on both of those artifacts. So yeah, that's the plan, and that's what I have been doing. I think we have a couple of viewers on. Like I say, don't be afraid to say hello, and don't be afraid to ask me any questions. My voice has gone a bit doolally. I might just grab a glass of water in a minute. But yeah, that's basically what is happening. These events, mini events that run every so often, Forest Renegades, there's the Bloomfang event, there's one that you have to go, it's a little bit like one of the Olympus events, the lava event. So you basically have to go to these little blue trees and you mine the lava oil, and then you send it to your clans. Where's mine? My clan. Yes, you send it to this clan altar anytime you get. In fact, I might just do that now while I have some. It doesn't matter who I'm sending. I will just send her. So basically, you just send this to here, and it upgrades, and basically you have to just keep. It's a bit like, what would I liken it to? It's a bit like sending your it's a bit like sending resources to your clan buildings, basically, but it's just the clan altar consumes forest essence and grants a bonus to valor and experience point gain. So it basically helps. It's like a bonus that the clan gives to each player, and once you're at a certain level. Dougie, nice of you to join. I'm doing very well, thank you. And don't worry, I was a little bit late getting started myself, with a few teething problems here, trying to work out the YouTube settings again because I changed PC. So yeah, I was late too. Don't worry about it. Good to see you again. It's great to be back. So yeah, I was just going over a little bit about Seasonal Kingdom. That's where I am here at the minute, and just showing obviously all the events that are running in the background at the same time. It just is an it's too much. It's too much. I don't know if you're doing it yourself, are you? Anyway, anybody who's come late to the video, don't worry about it. The video will be posted to the Discord channel, and you will be able to watch it again after the stream has ended. All the videos I do on Streamwise will always be available to everybody to be able to watch afterwards. That's the public streams, which is today and Wednesday, and then the members stream will be on Saturday evening, as I say. The member stream only will be available for members to view afterwards. And that's something else actually you don't get too much of in Seasonal Kingdom, although I have managed to amass quite an amount now. Again, that's thanks to the clan that I'm in. They've been great, and we've got on pretty well. I've managed to struggle along to where I am now, and like I say, once we hit, I know a fair few of them are probably going to drop out once they hit G8. Not me. You're right. You're right, Dougie. This is just, yeah, as I said earlier on the video, it's just mental here. It's non-stop, and it's not something for the faint-hearted, and it's not something to do if you don't have a couple of €100 at least to be able to get all the passes that you need regularly to be in a very active clan. So you're best out of it. This will be the last one for me. I will not be doing any more Seasonal Kingdoms. I've done one and only, got the two things that I wanted to get, which were the 2 artifacts. And yeah, after that, I wouldn't waste my time on it. It's too much. That and trying to do everything else, and keep your clan leaders and superiors happy as you're going through the game. It's yeah, it's hard to do. Just go into the city actually and show you what the city is like here. So I have managed to get the capital level up to 40, and I've got some of the buildings up to 40, so I am ready. My academy, temple and academy are both ready at level 40 for me to be able to upgrade and do the research for G8 if and when I get enough valor points. And as I say, I'm a long way off that yet. So yeah, it's pretty mental. Olympus, yeah, it can, yeah, definitely. So you just imagine having Olympus running in here at the same time as probably 2 other mini events, plus these forest events that pop up that are involved in the Gift of the Forest. They come up from time to time. I think it's every 2 hours, pretty much every 2 hours, and they run for about an hour and a half. So they do give you a notification, which is good, because you can see actually, if I just hide myself there for a second so as people can see. So you can see here this Forest Renegades. This basically is the event that's running now, and they will give you, I think it's 30 minutes before the event starts, that it will give you a notification that it is going to start, and then you'll know that what's coming on. After that, the guys have got fairly good at guessing what event may be coming on next, but yeah, it could be anything, depending on what the developers throw at us every now and again, just to annoy us. Anywho, back to the webcam again. So yeah, Olympus can be hectic for sure, and because I have changed over and I am starting a clan, that's the next thing to discuss and have a chat about. As I'd mentioned in my other video, I have started a new clan that I intend bringing members in regardless of their level. Ideally, I'd like members that maybe have G2 or G3 troops because they can then help each other a little bit more along the way as they go. Plus, they are probably at a stage there where they're able to certainly one-shot level 10 and level 15 crypts, because obviously crypts are important to grow. But again, look, I'm quite happy to give all the training necessary. I'm sure I'll have some good other players on the team that will give me a handout. I've already had an offer from a couple of players to send cities, and some of their alt cities, their second cities, to come and give me a hand with it. But I'm just putting it on pause for a minute because I'm having a chat with a couple of old friends of mine in a previous clan I was in, because the kingdom is going to be very important. I might just switch over kingdom actually. Give me 1 second and I will just swap over between my accounts here, and we can just show you the kingdom that I'm in currently and have a wee chat about it. The only reason I've just blocked that there was so as my client ID, player ID isn't active and shown to anybody who might have nefarious thoughts. So back on the live stream, and this is me back over to my main account. Yes, so as I was saying, I moved kingdom, so I've moved to K198, and the plan was to start a new clan from scratch, but I was very kindly offered a clan from a guy here already in the kingdom who was planning on giving up his clan. So I basically took his over, and I have renamed it TB Complete Guide, Total Battle Complete Guide. As I say, I'm on K198 at the moment, but I would stress that I'm not asking anybody to join yet, because I may move this whole clan to a different kingdom in the coming week or two. I'm here for the next 17 days because that's the time out for me to be able to teleport to another kingdom. But as I say, the negotiations are ongoing as to whether I stay here or not. One of the reasons not to stay here is we have an outlaw in a nearby kingdom. Now, he hasn't come near my clan buildings or capital, but he has caused major problems throughout this kingdom by attacking forts, and he has burnt a lot of forts and attacked a lot of capitals. He basically is up on K194, which I go up here. He's on K194. I could probably find him. I think I have him saved in my... maybe I didn't save him actually. I did attack him at one stage. Let me see if I can find... Did I save him? No, I didn't. Anyway, he's on K194 somewhere. If I can find him, I will show you what he looks like or where he is. And now I'll be able to find him. I'll turn this. Give me a minute actually again here. I'm going to just check. I don't want to... I know I have him in one of the members' chats sent to me, but I just want to check here and just preserve that player's dignities. Let me just have a quick look here. Chats. 1 second. Oh yeah, there we are there. Okay, so we got him, and I'll come back to you now. Live stream. Okay, so this is the guy here, the Iron Shadow. As you can see, he's a pretty high level account. I would guess that he is a player in the game who has a couple of accounts. Well, I know he has a couple of accounts. These two other accounts that are here are both his. He created a capital, but as I say, he's in K194. He's caused turmoil in K194, destroyed a lot of forts, destroyed a lot of capitals, and it's just been a pain in the ass for clans. So I think the situation is, I reckon he'll probably move again. I don't think he's going to bother staying on K194. So I do think he will move again. Where he goes to, I don't know. But we're keeping a close eye on him anyway. I've attacked him a couple of times. I see there's a new member now in his clan. Again, it could be another alt of his, but it may just be somebody else who's there and happy to join him in his quest to cause ructions to kingdoms. So yeah, he gets a free shout out from me today. Anybody, I know we've put him in. He's in the global chat as a global outlaw now because he's caused so much damage on other kingdoms. So he's being kept an eye on by a couple of the other big clans around, and yeah, they'll keep an eye on him. And if they get a chance, they'll take his capital out. I know his shield of peace on his capital is in 2 hours and 14 minutes. A couple of the guys in the kingdom I'm in now have tried to hit his city, but it's hard to do from overseas. If you ever have an outlaw like this, if he's in your kingdom, it's easier to keep an eye on him. It's easier to keep attacks going, and it's easier to time an attack. Because if you try and attack his fort, you literally have to have it down to the final minute, have to have it within seconds of attacking him correctly. And to do it from overseas, it's very hard to get right. If I was in the same kingdom as him, it would be easier to pop a portal right next to his territory and to be able to hit that and destroy his clan building. So yeah, he has been a pain in the backside for most of the players in the kingdom I'm in now, K198. So what else? Yeah, again, anybody who's joined the stream, please don't be afraid to say hello. We don't bite. If you want to ask any questions, go ahead. That's what this is for. And anybody who wants to watch the stream afterwards and maybe get any hints or tips, by all means, you can do so. It'll be posted on the YouTube channel. What else to talk about? I'm going to do, there's another couple of videos that I have planned coming up. I have pieces of paper all over the shop here. I need to try and keep notes and come up with things. So, a couple of videos I'm going to do in the near future, i.e. the next week or so. I'm going to do one on new players. So basically it's going to be, so you're new to the game, can you play without spending? It's a contentious question, and as you go through and look at kingdoms, you can see players who have massive growth, and they're far bigger than you may be if you've just joined the game new. Players like that have definitely spent as they've gone through the game. So what I just want to touch on is show you, for example, just as we're here, so this guy here, this player Chazelle, he's 3 million might, and he is marching currently to, what he's going to do, is he going to mine or he's going to attack? Yeah, so he's going to a mine. So this guy's going to a silver mine, and he's going to mine 1 million silver. The best time to mine obviously is when you aren't active and you're going to sleep. So he may be logged off or logged out of the game, and he's sending one captain off to mine silver. That's a great plan, that's a good thing to do. It's little things like that that are important to do when you're starting to grow in the game. But basically I'm going to touch on it. What are the must-haves? What do you need to have? Obviously, it's important to be in a clan. A clan will support you. You won't be able to grow without being in a clan. Any smaller players here, and obviously he's a fairly big player in one regard, obviously not big in the grand scheme of things when you look at the players who are hundreds of million might and billions of might. But he's doing quite well, and he's rattling along there, and he's obviously doing things right. He's probably learnt a lot from the clan he's in. And the video basically I'm going to do is try and let players know what is possible, what isn't possible, if you do have some money to be able to pay in the game, what things are important to have and to pay for. Also, a major question, is it a bottomless pit, okay, for a new player? Many would say yes, it is. I've seen a lot of new players join the game and they've got to a stage where they just cannot grow anymore. It is important, obviously, to move clan and move along as you progress and you get stronger and bigger in the game, because you always will get to a point where you'll outgrow your clan. If you start off and you're under 1 million might and you're in a clan with maybe 40 or 50 other players and they're all similar, there will always be somebody in that clan who will improve exponentially and faster than the other players will, and it gets to a stage where they just simply can't stay in the clan because they are maybe improving, they're running crypts at a higher level than the smaller players are, where a smaller player might be only able to open a level 5 crypt, or may even have to send 2 or 3 captains to a level 5 crypt. I'll just touch on things like that, the importance of Captain Carter. And again, I can't stress it enough, one of the first things that we all did, and players who were new to Seasonal Kingdom and weren't aware of how it was going to pan out, the first thing we had to do was push our Captain Carters. He was without doubt the first captain that would have reached the level 100 mark before any other captains or your hero for that matter, because the crypts are going to be so important in Seasonal Kingdom. Crypting in Seasonal Kingdom is just mental. It's just crazy. I mean, if you went and had a look to see even level 25 crypts, there just are none left on the map 99% of the time. If you're lucky enough to be in a kingdom where there's mostly players from one geographical location, for example, a lot of players from the US, then if you were from Europe or you stayed up or were at a different time, you could maybe just squeeze in doing a bit of crypting while the majority of other people were asleep. But it's crazy. I mean, when you go to a kingdom that there isn't so much pressure, you're going to see, like in the window I have here, right, in the kingdom I'm in, let's count the crypts. So there's 1, 2, 3. I'll count all the crypts. Epic as well. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So there's 9 crypts just in that window. If I was to go back to my seasonal account and show you a similar window in size, you might be lucky to see an arena and maybe one level 30 crypt or a rare level 25 or 30, because it's harder to get tar. But you would not see any of the normal common crypts level 10, level 15, level 20, 25 even. It's just crazy. It's just non-stop crypting. Everybody is just crypting, and they're doing that because you have to drive the wealth of the clan you're in, and you can't sit on your hands in there. So that's why I say it's very, very hard to do it without having spent some money or being in a clan, a very, very strong clan. Ryan Byte Tech, hello, welcome, thanks for joining the stream. So yeah, it's crazy. Seasonal Kingdom is absolutely crazy. Just checking something. Yeah. So what else to say? Yeah, for those of you who have seen the troop calculator video, it's been an age trying to get it sorted. I've just we've been pulling our hair out trying to get it up until I finally got a help from the guy who has a very, very precise and perfectly working troop calculator. Did a video on it. I've received a lot of feedback on it. I'm going to try and see if I can alter a couple of things. Shout out to one member, Princess. Thank you for your messages. It certainly helped give me an insight into how other players found the troop calculator. I am going to make a few alterations for it, i.e. moving troops to the position that you would see them in your army. I know a few players said that when it comes to selecting troops, i.e. you're going to attack Tin Man or an Epic, if you didn't have it saved and you change captain, or for whatever reason you wanted a different captain in, it's nice to have the monsters set out in the way that you would have them in your army. So for example, if I go in here and I'm selecting dragons, my krakens, I think, are the first option in selecting an army against epics, whereas they're in the third or fourth option on the list in the troop calculator. That's something I'm going to be able to change, should be able to change. But the calculation on that new troop calculator is pinpoint perfect. And I know it's pinpoint perfect because a few of the bigger players in the game who have been using some of the troop calculators that you can find online have said that they've seen anywhere between a 6 and a 9% increase in hits. You won't necessarily see it in the valor points. Your valor points may vary, but if you look at the coins that you get each attack on an epic squad, you will see that they increase by 6 to 9%. Now that may sound like a very small figure, but for smaller players who have never used a troop calculator or are struggling and trying to work out their own calculations, you will find a massive improvement in that. When I brought it out first, obviously I did it at a very special price of €1. That was cheap as chips, but I do know a few of the other guys are selling their troop calculator on a monthly basis. One fella in particular is doing it for €10 a month. That's expensive in my opinion. I'll never get into doing it like that. Even if I improve this current calculator and eventually have it as a website, a web page, I won't be changing the price of it to what it is now. It's just simply €5 across the board. That's it, once off payment, and that troop calculator is yours to use. Whatever improvements are made along the way, it will remain at that price. So just to note that, obviously it is there for you to be able to use forever and ever. Let me know, by the way, if the music is too loud on the background. I hope it is not, and it is okay. Let me just see. Sorry, I'm just doing half a dozen things here in the background as well, so by all means talk amongst yourselves. What do I want? Live stream right there. Okay. Ryan, I don't speak English, but I'm here for good tips. Please don't stop. Okay, that's good. I hope I am understandable. I know a few people have said to me in the past, not just on videos, but outside of videos, that I talk very fast. I think that's just an Irish thing. I do try to talk a little bit slower on these streams, but if I start to waffle on or prattle on too much and I'm hard to understand, please tell me. I will, by the way, look into the possibility of adding subtitles and possibly, I don't know if it's possible to do, I'm pretty sure it is, and adding other languages to the videos. But again, if I'm talking very fast or I use maybe slang words that would be more prevalent to the Western world or to Europeans, I don't know how that would translate to other languages. So I will be looking at that. As I say, I'm back again, back to full online presence, and the plan is to do a lot more videos and try and keep the channel pushing forward. Yeah, I may need to take a quick message here, so I might just drop out of mic for a second, and you can work away and chat among yourselves. Or if you have a question, please leave a question on here on the chat window, and I'll be happy to pick it up now in a second. But give me 1 second and I will be back to you.
It seems too late. Love is strong, but some things you don't want. rescue. I was caught up in your landscape. Please tell me, now what am I supposed to do? I was caught up in your landscape. You don't know me the way that I know you. Tell me what you like. Please tell me what you like. There's nothing wrong with that. Dripping, yeah, we all lose track. I wouldn't mind it if I find it. There's nothing wrong with that. Don't have to be an acrobat. I wouldn't mind
And I'm back. Apologies for that delay. Now, yeah, just something I had to take there. So, yeah, how are we doing now? 29.5. So, still a few viewers there. Anybody new or pops on, please, by all means, say hello. And if you want to ask any questions, go ahead. I am here for them all. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, so the other couple of things. Okay, so that's so you're a new player to the game. Can you play without spending? I'll do a video on that shortly. I didn't mention on last video when I explained what's going to be coming in the next couple of months that I am happy to advertise any products. Anybody has a company out there, be it a cottage industry or a bigger company, and you would like me to throw a little bit of advertisement on the live streams, I'm happy to wear a cap, wear a t-shirt, drink cup, anything, whatever you think of, give companies shout out. I'm more than happy to do that, and I can have a chat if you want to. Okay, Ryan, I'll change that now. Background music. Let me see. Let's drop that down. Okay. Let me know if that's better. I've just dropped that audio down a little bit. Yeah, so look, I'm happy to do that. If you want to or you're interested, you please just reach out to me. You can get me on the YouTube channel, get me on Discord, and we can have a chat. So what else? Yeah, clan recruitment ads. So you will probably regularly see, or maybe you've done it yourself in the kingdom that you may be in, and you are looking for clan members to join your clan, and you put an advertisement in the chat channel. So in Kingdom 198, for example, you'll rarely see somebody put up looking for new clans or looking for new clan members. I'm more than happy to give clans a shout out on the live streams, yet probably on the live streams rather than on the videos. And the reason being, on the live streams there's plenty of fill time. So there's times where if there's nobody online and nobody's chatting, I can just pop in an advertisement for a clan. I can put up on the screen the clan kingdom that they're in, and the clan name, and the players that they're looking for, be it players in the 1 million to 20 million bracket, 30 million to 80 million bracket, 100 million plus, 500 million plus, whatever it may be. And that might be useful to some people, that you can see what clans in other kingdoms are looking for clan members to come and join them. You can find out what their clan is about, what maybe what level epics they're killing, and what clan requirements are expected, because it's a lot to be able to put into one of the chats when you can see in the window you only get really, what is it there? I don't know how many characters they are, but that for example is probably about the maximum that you can fill a window with. Whereas if a clan was trying to explain more or wanted to attract a certain type of player, they might need to say a little bit more. So I'm quite happy to do that on here. So again, anybody who is interested in that, I might just actually, let me see, where are we in the stream here? 46 minutes, so I'm just going to timestamp that. And then what I can do is make a chapter, make a chapter point that I can say, Sorry, I can't multitask. I just realized I can't write at the same time as talking. I'm trying to concentrate. 46 minutes, clan advertisement. Clan ad. Yeah, clan ad. That'll do. So, yeah, that's something else, obviously, that I can do for you guys. What else? As I just mentioned, the live streams, we're going to be doing 3 times a week. 2 public streams, one Monday at midday GMT. One on Wednesday in 2 days' time, exact same start time. Hopefully I will be on time for the Wednesday one. And then on Saturday evening, I am doing a live stream for channel members only. And what I mean by that are Discord channel members. So if you're not on the Discord channel, please go and join the Discord server. Can I put that up on the screen? I don't think I can. I'll type it in the chat instead. In fact, I'll put a link for it in the chat. So let me go and get my Discord. Here we go. And I want to make a link. Invite. And I want the invite to be a never-ending generate link. Copy. And back to the live stream. And I'll pop it in the chat. So that's the Discord server I've just put in the chat. That link won't expire, so if you want to come to it later, you'll be able to access it. And basically just click on that and you'll be brought to the Discord server. What's Discord, you may say? If you've never used Discord before, it's basically just a glorified chat channel. But it's good it's good in several respects, but it basically lets you have it's a chat room with lots of different rooms in it. There's lots of different areas on mine. I might do one actually. I'll do a video on that. Yeah, I'll do a video on that at some stage soon, just to let people know what it is. There's nothing nefarious about it. It's very, very above board and all good. So yeah, look, it's just nice to have an area to be able to chat outside of videos. So yeah, by all means, if you haven't already joined the Discord server, it is there. That's the link for it. Please pop in and join, and you can say hello, and you'll get a welcome. It's quiet enough in there. Look, you can chat away to your heart's content. I know we just need to get some members chatting. That's the main thing. Once you start talking to each other, it's all good, okay? Don't be afraid. Nobody bites. So what else? Seasonal Kingdom. What's happening on the channel? Troop Calculator. Yeah, so there is one other video I have a plan for. I would like it to be a live stream video, because I would like to get other people's feedback and suggestions. What I notice is if I do a video on something, people generally, I'll get a few comments, but I'm not getting as many comments as I'd like, as many questions as I'd like. For example, I don't know, I was toying with the idea of making a Facebook page again, specifically down to tips and tricks and learning it, but there are quite a few Facebook pages already on that. So what I had done is I've taken a few screenshots of things that players have asked on the Facebook page. I suppose maybe it's an anonymity thing. So on the Facebook page that I saw, Total Battle Tips and Tricks, I think it's called, or something like that, there's a lot of people who are part of that Facebook page, but they will post anonymously. And I 100% get that, because somebody might have a question and they don't want to be laughed at by another person. And you'll always get trolls on Facebook and most social medias. I'll try and keep them off my channels, because I don't want anybody who's going to troll somebody else or laugh at somebody else, because we all had questions. We all started out this game. And I don't like smart arses who come forward then and laugh at somebody just because they're past that point. Nobody's ever going to laugh at anybody in this channel. And if they do, or on the Discord server, you have my promise that they will get kicked. I'm not into having people laugh at other people for whatever reason. We all had to learn how to play this game. We all started out as a level 1 guardsman player, and we did not know it all when we started. So that being said, I want to do a live stream on the good, the bad, and the ugly of the game Total Battle. The reason doing a live stream is if I get enough people watching the stream, I'll do it at a time that I will maybe have the most people available online. Again, the ones that I am doing now currently, I know that's probably down to a niche audience because anybody in the States is not going to be up. This is the middle of the night over there, and I know there are a lot of players from the US. Anybody in Europe, east of Ireland, Spain, Germany, Turkey, the many countries over there, India, etc., Indonesia. I know there's a lot of people there. I don't know what time of the world it is here for them, but you may be in work, you may not be able to get online. I don't know what way people work. I know there's a lot of people who are a lot of elderly people. And when I say elderly, I'll include myself in that. So anybody from 55 years up, we're elderly. Yeah, look, I know there's people who are retired, semi-retired, and they get more time to play the game and can pretty much jump onto a stream anytime. But I do want to do that video when I can get the most people online so we can get lots of views and ideas and suggestions from people that we could put to Total Battle. I know I won't inform them. They don't care. Any advertisement for Total Battle is good advertisement for Total Battle, whether we're knocking them or whether we're giving them benefit. It's amazing stuff that just slips out of your brain. It goes in one ear and out the other ear. And sometimes when you're talking, just stuff doesn't kind of add together. But whether we're knocking them or praising them, there you go. Total Battle don't care. Any advertisement is good for them and it'll get people interested. And there you go. Thanks, Dougie. You're the man. Yeah, I got it eventually. I had to tongue tie and untongue tie myself. But yeah, look, I want to get players' feedback on what they don't like about Total Battle. There are lots of things. There are a few things that I would give out to them about, but there are lots of things that other players, I'm sure, would like to solve. Or have fixed, or have a way to defend against. And when I say defend against, I'll give a prime example. If you have an outlaw in your kingdom, there is no way to get rid of that outlaw. Now, that's fine, and there are outlaws in real life, and again, in real life it'd be slightly different. You could probably hire somebody to kill them, okay? Just as well I put this video, it's not for kids. No kids allowed in here. Yes, so look, there isn't a way. If you have a player in your clan and they're doing something that you don't like, i.e. hate speech, or they're picking on people or sending people rude or unnice messages in their chat, you can block the player, okay? So you don't have to hear them talking to you, or you don't have them talking to you anymore. If the leader or the superiors find out about that, they can kick the player out of the clan. Now, sure, they can't kick them out of the kingdom, but perhaps Total Battle might consider making it possible to block or prevent a player that is causing a lot of grief to a clan, and find a way of being able to prevent them from totally destroying what they've built up over the years. Obviously, an outlaw can't attack individual clan buildings, so they can't attack temples or mine or RSS buildings, but they can destroy forts and capitals. And not all players and not all clans are able to guard against that. If you're in a big clan, sure, it's no problem. You can put lots of reinforcements into a clan building, or you can put reinforcements into a clan capital, and you can prevent it from being attacked. But small clans can't. And I know if you click on some kingdoms, if you scroll down the list, so if I was to go, for example, to, forgetting about the kingdoms that aren't open already. So if I was to go down to one of the smaller kingdoms, maybe 230. No, let me just see. Yeah, it'll have to be one that's open. So let's click on 230 and see what happens here. So if I click on the map, okay, so this is exactly what I'm talking about. So there's a player there, okay, Nikto. If I click on his city, I get a message up there saying you have too much might to interact with this kingdom. Now, sometimes that's just a glitch in the game. If I come back out again to that kingdom and I click on it again, sometimes I will be able to then click on the city and it won't tell me, but in this case it has. So I think this is Total Battle's way of preventing me from A, seeing what ingots that player has, B, attacking him, and maybe C, moving to the kingdom because I am too big at 1 billion might. But I think Total Battle need to maybe take it a step further and make it a little bit harder for a player to attack another kingdom like that. Because, for example, that player who's attacking our kingdom, okay, our kingdom is big enough now because there are larger players in it, and he's going to be able to attack. But if there was a way of being able to prevent smaller clans, newer clans, or clans under a certain might from being attacked at all, if Total Battle can prevent me from being able to attack this kingdom, why can't they be able to prevent a smaller clan from being attacked? So yeah, the good, the bad, and the ugly of the game that is Total Battle. We can talk about lots of things on there. We could talk about the price of packs. We could talk about events, kingdom versus kingdom. For example, anybody who's not playing in Seasonal Kingdom, the KVK event in Seasonal Kingdom, as far as I'm concerned, is a brilliant event. I get a lot of fun out of it, and a lot of other players get a lot of fun out of it. The way it works, which is different to the normal Kingdom versus Kingdom event. In the normal Kingdom versus Kingdom event, where your main account would play, you have to attack other players that don't have a shield. You can't attack a city that is shielded, for example. You have to only attack a city that has no shield. You steal their banners and you try and hold on to those banners for as long as possible, and you get all the event points and possibly get to rank in the top 100 of the event. In Seasonal Kingdom, they run it slightly differently. You can still attack a player with no shield and you can steal their banners, but your army will die during that. Your army may die, you will have troop losses if they have troops there to defend. You may still get all their banners if you defeat them in the battle, but you will have losses, as will they. In the Seasonal Kingdom versus Kingdom event, you can actually attack and steal a banner from a shielded city, which I think is a brilliant idea. And if Total Battle were to take it on board and put that same or very similar suggestion in place for the normal Kingdom versus Kingdom event, I think you get a lot more people playing the event. You obviously have to be unshielded to be able to attack their kingdom, to be able to attack their city and steal their banner. But you can get and steal that banner in a much faster time. By attacking a shielded city, you just need to send one captain and even one troop, and that troop can be a scout. And as you probably know, scouts are the fastest troop in the game. So if you put down a portal next to that city that you want to take the banner from and it's shielded, you can attack that city in like 5 seconds or less, depending on how close you put your portal. and then you get the banner. Now again, if Total Battle did that, it means small players that are 20 or 30 level, city level, could enjoy and play in Kingdom versus Kingdom and get their mini event points. I think it would really work well, and I think it's something that they should look at. So yeah, look, that's just something that might be worthwhile having a chat about. I'm sure there's lots of things that other players would like to suggest. Why can clan buildings even get attacked? Why should they be allowed to be attacked? Look, there's loads of points. But I will maybe do a video of some questions that I see from new players in the game that are asking on these other Facebook channels that are related to Total Battle, and I'll put some screenshots up of those questions. They don't have the player's name in. If they do, I'm quite happy to blank them out so nobody will know who you are, but it will just give players an opportunity to see, are other people asking questions similar to what you guys may be asking. So that is the plans for the coming month. The streams, live streams, look, it's great to be back live streaming again. I certainly missed it. I had a lot going on in real life, getting some work done in the house. I was down, I couldn't use the room where all my equipment is and all my screens are, and my setup is here. I might show you that someday if I can get a camera in behind me. And yeah, I'll try and show you what it looks like, my room setup here, and just so you can see. I know a few other people have mentioned to me that they've done a couple of streams, not streams, but a couple of videos and tips and tricks, and maybe give them a shout out too. Look, I'm happy to this isn't a closed community. We're trying to make it as open as possible and get as much information out there to new players. God, if I had this years ago when I started, somebody telling me or giving me hints and tips and tricks about how to attack monsters, what troops to use, where is there a point in attacking monsters on the map? Should we always be trying to attack epics? That the importance of Carter, the importance of your fighting captains, the importance of getting your fighting captains at many levels above your hero. When to use your achievement points, for example, if you have achievements in the game, when to use them, how to get the bonuses, when to play in these events, why not to get your captain above a certain level or your hero above a certain level so as you still fall into the lower brackets. CP runs, how to build your academy section, how to boost army modernization, what's important to boost in army modernization, i.e. strength over health, because it's all about strength when you're attacking epics. Health isn't important then. The logistics, your monster boost, how important that is, your economy, how important the economy tree is to fully max out research speed, etc., etc. What else? Talent points, how to assign talent points, how to get a nice balance of talent points across all sections so as it works well for you and you can still crypt at the same time as being able to then do attacks. But when you're new to the game and you do have spare talent points to maybe just do several days, save your tar, and maybe once every 7 days, if that's the way clan requirements are in your clan, to just set it all on archaeology points and max out all your archaeology points to crypt exploration efficiency, exploration cost, possibly bonus experience in crypts, but definitely the equipment, the crypt exploration efficiency is key to max out your talent points when you're crypting. Things like that, you know what I mean? It's all, if I had known that when I started out, I could have grown a lot faster and a lot better. I've known that in Seasonal Kingdom, and that certainly helped me get to where I am now on G7, and when I do eventually finish running through my seasonal kingdom, I'm going to pull that alt out and send it to one of the kingdoms, probably the one I'll be in. Maybe another one, I don't know. I haven't just decided what I'm going to do with it yet, but I may just turn it into another silver alt, because I'm going to need more and more silver as our tier members grow, and they're obviously getting silver on a monthly basis, so I will need to keep them fed with silver and other building resources. So yeah, look, there's a lot to come, there's a lot to talk about, and your feedback to me is as important as plans I have. If I haven't thought of something, no matter how minor you may think it is, please ask on the channel. I can only help you, guide you, and assist with questions you have if you ask them. As I say, I am going to make this channel as simple and fair for everybody as possible. I don't want and will not accept people on the channel who will balk at or laugh at people asking questions that are as simple as, how do I improve Captain Carter crypting, or how do I build a clan building, or how do I build a clan capital, or where's the best place to build these things, or why can I not use Captain Daria, why is she not important, or why is Captain Cleo important, or there's lots of questions. There's lots and lots and lots of questions, and my door is open, and any of the players who come and join me in the clan I finally end up in to help build and bring members to will all be of the same mindset. They will all be happy to ask the trivialist of questions, to answer the most trivial of questions. That's the plan. That's what I'm trying to get to. Anyway, again, we still have some new members on there. If you want to ask any questions, don't be afraid to do so. More than happy to ask anything that you may have, any questions you may have, that is. What else can I do today while I am here? Look, I know there's a lot of players in the newer kingdoms, given the fact that I have come from K148, which is quite a few rows above where I have moved to for now. I will go back to my old friends in 148 again at some stage. I'd like to just give a couple of them a shout out while I'm on. Very good friend of mine, Lostris, who has helped me along the way, and I know I have helped her. We're very good friends now. I thank her for all the help she's given me, and she is also on the Discord channel. She's there to give players and give people a hand. She has a very good grasp of clan growth, and where I might not have as good a knowledge because I've always been in a clan rather than built one. She's there to help out any of you that may have questions on Discord regarding clan creation, clan growth, etc., etc. Don't be afraid to ask her any questions on there. Please don't private message her. I'd rather leave it all on a channel. I do have a couple of channels set up on Discord. As I said, I will go over Discord in greater depth in a video, but there are Ask Me a Question. Does it Ask Me a Question chat? You can ask any questions in there. There is a Game Guru chat. I thought I had a guru. Ask the guru. Where is that? Yeah, Total Battle Game Gurus. Now that is a hidden section, but it is open to all tier members. So the tier members on my Ko-fi channel, anybody who goes on to the Ko-fi, that's ko-fi. If you go to Ko-fi, I do have my membership page there that you can go to and you can join and become a member. Members get some extremely special perks by way of resources, apart from getting there's 3 tiers. There's basically a bronze tier, there's a silver tier, and there's a platinum tier. The platinum tier members get 100 million silver and 100 million building resources every month. There is an option to get conquest points, but that only works if you move to the kingdom that I'm in. That is something I'm going to push more when I finally get set with the position that I'm going to put my new clan in. And then we can pull all the members over. I want to have it that new members, if they're a higher level, which I do have a couple already, thanks to you guys who have taken the platinum membership tier, we will get nailed down to being able to do the CP runs, monthly CP runs, once we get that all set up, which will definitely be by the end of July. So yeah, look, if you look on there, you can see what tiers I have. I'll share it in the video again, where the actual page, if I click on the page here, I'll share that to the chat. Actually, you can go and have a look and see what's on there. And just post it there. Yeah, so that's my Ko-fi page. If you want to pop on there, you can have a look and see. But yeah, look, a big, massive shout out to the hype guys, all the fellas that have helped me out there, and ladies, not forgetting the ladies. It's been a blast, and I will definitely be back to you at some stage soon, once I have settled down and got my my new clan up and active, and I have it working the way I want it to work. So yeah, any more questions anybody else has? I know we're getting a few more viewers on now. We're an hour and a half, we're an hour into the stream, and I'll probably run for another hour or so. But yeah, I just want to try and tie down to the best times to be able to run these streams to get as many people active and involved as possible. What to do? I might just pop back actually to my Seasonal Kingdom account. So I'll just pop off the main window here. If I can remember which one I have to press. There we go. And I'll just switch account and go back to Seasonal Kingdom. I just want to see if there's anything happening in there. And the only reason I'm doing this, in case anyone's wondering, is because obviously your Total Battle ID does pop up on the screen when you move from screen to screen, and I would like to keep that private, but I'm sure you all understand. So there's actually nothing happening in Seasonal Kingdom now at the minute. Yeah, I just wasn't sure if there was a mini event running in the background. What is running currently on Blessing of the Gods is still active. Conqueror's Revival, because Clash for the Throne. Clash for the Throne I don't bother playing in. You'll find that in the majority of this kingdom, most players will be using the hero Ulrich, and that is to try and protect all of their resources that they may have, plus their troops, obviously, because you don't want to get your mercenaries all killed. I mean, if you just clicked around, you'll see nearly, I'd say I haven't done a percentage, but and there's 3 cities I've clicked on there. Well, there's one that isn't. Okay, so there's a few that aren't in that one, but they're obviously, there's another one. I mean, there's 3 Ulrichs there for 5 cities I've just clicked on. So you can see a lot of people use Ulrich a hell of a lot more here in Seasonal Kingdom than they will in their mains. But yeah, it's Seasonal Kingdom is just it's an epic fest. And by that, I mean, it's just all epics. Doomsday, Shadow Invasion, Clash for the Throne running at the same time. And what's coming up, you may ask? Well, Ruthless Slaughter, actually, that is a good event. As you probably know, Ruthless Slaughter is run in your main account, i.e. the normal main game of Total Battle. On its own, it's a specific event that runs without any epic events running in the background, except during the Olympus event. But I've noticed that Total Battle, in their ultimate wisdom, because they do like to make us spend money, they don't let you revive troops during the Olympus event if it clashes with Ruthless Slaughter. They don't let you revive troops with silver. They make you revive them with gold. there's something to put into the good, the bad, and the ugly of total battle. So that's one to remember. So what happens during Ruthless Slaughter is the Ancient's Treasure, where you have to build your vault. So okay, something happens during that you can revive your troops with silver. But in the Seasonal Kingdom, these mini events that pop up that are to do with the forest event, they do run at the same time as Ruthless Slaughter. And Ruthless Slaughter is also going to run at the same time as Clash of Kingdoms. So you can, in fact, revive your troops with silver during Clash of the Kingdom. That's something Total Battle could do to make it a little bit fairer, because I have a little bit of silver to spend, so I will enjoy the Ruthless Slaughter event for the forest events that go on at the same time, which means I can revive all my troops. Actually, why have I not got any screen in the background? Oh, maybe it's just because it's lagged. It should be. What's happening here? Well, somebody tell me that they can see the screen here in the background, because it's not on my live feed. It's not showing it's putting out on my live feed, but it should be. I'll keep going. Yeah, please. Oh, yeah, there it is there. That's okay. Whew. I thought I was just talking and not showing anything in the background. Okay, so so look, that's there's a mimic chest. Let's go after that. That's all of the bits and pieces and interesting points about Seasonal Kingdom. What else to do? I presume that background music is okay now, Ryan, if you're still there. Not sure if you are. What else was I going to say? Let me see here, actually, and just go into my messages and read something here. Give me 1 second. Yeah, okay, give me 1 second. Just have to reply to somebody here in a private message. Sorry, just trying to explain something to a friend of mine there to do with the troop calculator. I had, for those of you who are using it or who have used it, I did have it as a download, but when you download the file, it changed the checkbox that's on the left side, extreme left side, that you can just tick once to select which troops you want to use during your battles. They change to a false characters, as in the word false, F-A-L-S-E, in capital letters. What you need to do is you need to change that to the word true, capital letters, T-R-U-E, and then you can, that's your way of selecting which troops you want to use. That's why I changed it to a link to share the actual file instead, which means that you can use it online as a Google document. You just make a copy that saves it to your Google Drive, and then you'll always have that copy there. So yeah, that's basically why I changed it to a to a link, a share link instead. So yeah, basically that's the way that works. So for anybody who does want to download it, that's what you'd have to do. I can do another little video. I might do another wee video on that. I did have a couple of questions about the Troop Calculator and those who downloaded it versus using the link. But I think most people have a Gmail account, Google account, and that's where you will then be able to make your copy. So yeah, I'll do a short video of that at some stage as well. That will be for the benefit of anybody who's now watching this live stream after the event. Open a few chests while I'm here. And open a few of these. So yeah, that's where I am in Seasonal Kingdom at the minute, just to show you what captains I've been using. Obviously, the first one that I did push, I've taken Carter up to level 151. I could make him better, but as I've said, the crypting situation here, in fact, the crypting situation here in this kingdom is just off the wall. So let's go to a blank tile. Not a blank tile, but a clear area where there's no other buildings. And you have a look here and you can see there is one level 5 crypt in this space. Now, on the last window that I showed you further back in the video, I took a didn't take a screenshot. I showed you an image of a spot that there was, I think, 9 or 11 crypts in. So, and there were level 25s, 20s, a few epics. There's another epic has popped up there, 30. So you'll be able to find excuse me. You'll be able to find no limit of level 30 epic crypts here, because you need a lot of tar to be able to open them. But when it comes to level 20s, 25s, you literally would need to scroll the map to try and find any. There's a few 10s now are showing up. That's because a lot of people have got to the point now where they're all able to open level 25s in one shot. As in one visit. Citadels, there's a few citadels around, but they're usually far away from you. Where we set up our clan, we're quite close to the very center of the map. So around all of that, there are a lot of big clans, and the crypts are only up and they're gone straight away. So it is hard to find crypts. But again, level 30s you will be able to find around. So yeah, Seasonal Kingdom is really hard when it comes to crypts. But yeah, that's where I have my Carter up to. He's level 151. I've managed to get some Omniscience gear for him, and that obviously benefits him to his crypt exploration efficiency versus the normal crypting equipment that he can have. This gear gives him an extra epic crypt exploration efficiency, which is a bonus. It also gives his march speed and march range to crypts a boost as well. So that's why I go straight to Omniscience gear. I've managed to get an orange gem on him, which is the legendary that gives 40% to exploration efficiency. And as I go on, I had to move down to a purple one there. That's a drop of 10%. But he's fairly well set up, and he can crypt a level 25 in one shot. Is there any about actually now at the minute? There's a 25 there, it's 250. Let's run to one of these. I mean, this is the way it is, right? There's 2 players running to a level 25. It's just, and the level 25s, the important level 25s, are the ones that you get a lot of people running to. For example, rare crypts. There's no rare crypts. There's a couple of 15s. Let's open at level 15, being as I have him. By the time I select Carter and select to crypt, we switch Great Archaeologist, and we'll open this crypt, and off I go. Now see this, I've just opened that crypt and somebody's opened a portal directly beside it, and he's going to steal my crypt. Oh, he didn't. Okay, that's happening a lot in this kingdom as well. Fair play to that guy. I didn't see what his name was, but I could probably pause the video after, or I might send him a well done for not stealing the crypt. But stealing crypts is happening a hell of a lot in this kingdom. I don't think I have any level 20 keys, but again, there's the level 20. Somebody's just opened it and somebody else is running to it. So the crypting here is just manic. Like there's somebody already running to that level 20 crypt. It wouldn't surprise me if you see somebody open a portal and go and attack. When there's a second line from a different player now trying to attack that crypt. So the crypting is just crazy here. You may have keys to be able to open a crypt. You open the crypt and think that's grand, I'll go on and explore that crypt. You certainly wouldn't be able to do that if you need to do more than one trip to a crypt, because somebody else will have come and stolen it. So yeah, the crypting here is just crazy. But you can see there is only a level 20 and level 10 crypts there at the minute. There's no level 25s because they're constantly being explored. On the commons, okay, there are low level commons that you can run to, but there's no point in me wasting tar to go to these low level crypts because my clan requirements are up to about 10,000 points now, and a level 15 I think it's 10 points for level 15. And do I have that there actually that I can check? Let me see. Let's move you over here and let's have a quick look. I'll tell you exactly what clan requirements are. So yeah, a level 5 crypt gives me 2 points, a level 10 crypt gives me 6 points. So they would be no use to me and they'd be no use to the clan because they are so poor. A level 15 gives 10 points, a level 20 gives 27, a level 25 gives 60. So I have to be hitting level 25s to be able to get the points I need for that are expected from clan requirements. And the clan requirements are hefty. Because obviously you need to grow. Players here are trying to get to the top level G9 troops before they leave here and leave Seasonal Kingdom to the dump that is a ground for somebody to inhabit afterwards. But yeah, it's got fairly vicious around here, I have to say. In the last couple of weeks, there's a lot of players here who have spent big bucks and have already hit the G9 level, and all they're doing now, UFC clan is one of them, all they're doing now is they're attacking other players. There's a couple of players in this actually. I think there's one player in this who is already 1 billion might. I'm 1 billion might in my main, and I've worked on that for kind of 3 years. He's 1 billion might already, and he's worked on it for 87, 88 days. He's worked on it for 40. We're just over halfway and he's already 1 billion might. Just to show you as proof. There he is, Arthur. He's 1.1 billion might. So you can only imagine what he has spent to get to that level in 40 days. He has a bottomless pit of a bank account. If you have the money to spend, would you spend it? Again, this is a good question for the good, the bad, and the ugly game of the game Total Battle. How long do you play this game for? How many seasonal kingdoms has this guy played? Where does it end? Why would you want to continue playing after you reach a certain point? I know why I continued playing, because I'm here to try and help players who are very low level, how to teach them how to grow, teach them the tips and tricks in the game, how best to go about building your city, etc., etc. So that's the only reason I'm staying around. I'm here to just give something back to others. I'm not here to give anything to Total Battle, because it would be a constant fight against them to be able to get them to do anything in this game that benefits players. But I mean, just looking at that clan there, they're all massive. Like, there's a few players are nearly 1 billion might, and there's a few players who are already 1 billion might. I just hate to think the money they've put into it, given the fact that I've put into what I've put into it, and I'm only 163 million. But anyway, I need to just check something else here on a message I've just been sent. Sorry. No, just leave that blank. But sorry for this slight silence. Yeah, so yeah, Seasonal Kingdom. Crazy. Mad. Pull your hair out. What else? Any other questions? I see we have a few more viewers on there. Don't be afraid to say hello. Don't be afraid to ask any questions. How's the music level? Is it okay? Too low? Too high? Not enough? What time is it now? 10 to 2 Irish time. So we're probably an hour and 10 minutes away from the next mini event here. And the stream will probably be over at that stage, unless we can come up with something else to do along the way. Just want to check something here on my phone. Give me 1 second. I'll be back on the webcam. I'll still chat away in the background. Just so you know you're not here all alone. What's the weather doing in your part of the world today? It's summertime in Ireland. Not that you'd know, it's raining out today. I was hoping to get the grass cut, but alas, that's not going to happen. Maybe I should buy a few goats. I think actually what I will do is I'll just grab myself a small glass of water, which of course I stupidly forgot to do. So I shall be right back, and I'll leave the screen on there so you can see what's happening or not happening. Not that there's much happening really. Let's leave it on the mimic chests there. Let's walk to the mimic chest nice and slowly while I go and grab a glass of water. Be right back. And I'm back. Okay. Back on with the goggles. I shouldn't really be wasting all my speed ups in this, but I do have enough. Yes, a drink. Cheers. Sláinte. Nothing alcoholic today. Oh, maybe I'll do a bit of crypting. Oh, there's no crypts here. Oh boy. Let's go to level 25s. In fact, there is one event I'm waiting for here, and it won't. It's another hour and 5 minutes, because I have here some chests that I got from the resumption of a Triumphal Challenge. I have a resource selection here, and what I am taking are tar. Now I have 30 So 30 of those tar should be enough for me to rank in the mini event. I think I'm already ranking in that, am I? Alchemist. Yeah, tar mastery. So no, I might actually save that. It's not the tar. Yeah, it is, isn't it? Tar mastery event. That's the event that you open or gain tar and it benefits you. So yeah, no, maybe I will save them for another time. Useful resources. If I got this in Maine, I'd be disgusted. But over here, it's very important to help buildings. In fact, maybe I'll just build a little bit. No, because that does use... It's something else, actually, that you do run out of a lot in Seasonal Kingdom. And that is speed-ups to be able to do academy research. Because what I basically have a setup here, and this is what I would advise many people to do in the normal game, in the grand scheme of things. So I have, let's say, my attacking armor, but I also have a set of the highest possible gear I could make for my hero and 3 of my captains to be able to improve the production, well, to actually improve the silver. No, what I'm using it for is specifically food production, construction speed, and research speed. So I've put the gems on to improve that, which means that I can build a half decent army. So on my Ulrich I have a set, and then I also put it on Helen, which I have a set on her, I have a set on Aurora, and I have a set on Farhad. And they are obviously important at the start of the game as you're building up. No more important than your academy research. Well, in fact, your talent points. First off, we want to make sure that the research is maxed out in that, because the research boost that gives as you increase and go across the tree right to the end, research I have fully set. What else? In economy then, I have it set up. I haven't bothered with the silver production, nor the warehouse capacity, nor the caravan speed, or the building resources. And the reason I haven't is, being in a decent clan, I haven't needed to do that. But again, I have pushed on with the research speed, the tile bonus, because if I'm on a food tile, I want to be able to max that out. Food production, again, I've maxed that out. Construction speed, pretty much the whole way across. I think I got it fully to the end. Yeah, so they're important. They're important when you're driving your city at the start and you're trying to build buildings, all the rest of it. But because of the crypting situation, it is very hard to get the crypts that you need to be able to build your gear. So the Imperial Silk is virtually impossible to get, and I've pretty much got it from all of the rare and epic crypts I've gone to, rather than this particular crypt that you would normally get it from. As such, I don't think I have many. Yeah, so I mean, I'm in a situation where I could make one more red piece of gear, but to be able to get it onto godlike equipment is going to be virtually impossible, because that Imperial Silk is so hard to come across. As I say, because of the crypt situation, if I look for that crypt, chances are, oh, hallelujah, there's one. Let's give that a go. In fact, by the time I switch over to Carter now, there'll be somebody running after that already. Yep, there we go. So my only way to be able to get that would be to drop a portal, but I can't because it's in another clan's territory. So that's gone. That's that one crypt. My chance of getting is gone. As you can see, it's one-shotted. So that's basically what it's like. There's another 2 people running crypts. It's crazy. So we have to just resort to epic crypts and try and go to epic crypts and find them instead. I could go down to a 20, find them in everything. I mean, the other thing that I don't do here in Seasonal Kingdom is I don't build anything armor-wise. I've got my armor all from the Hellforge event. In fact, I think I have some spare points in Hellforge. In fact, I don't think I can go to the shop in Hellforge, can I? No, I can't. Stupid game. There's something else to give out about. In Ragnarok, you can go to the shop at any stage. In Hellforge, you can't. Why not? So I have to wait for 2 days and 4 hours to be able to make something else in there. But yeah, I'm not using the forge. I haven't built any equipment. In fact, no, I tell a lie. I did build something. Or made something. I made some equipment for AD, and I use AD in tandem attacks in the mini events where I can use either 3 captains or I can use the hero and 3 captains. So yeah, that's basically when I use her. I might do some troop building here while I'm at it, actually. Oh no, leave Carter there. No, don't leave Carter there. Let's bring Farhad back in. Yes, so what will I do? I'll make a few troops. What are we at here? Yeah, so I will. Let's push our troops up so as we have enough for the next mini event that starts. So what I do basically is, once I know, using the troop calculator, once I know how many troops I need, I am multiplying them by just 6. In my main account, I could multiply them by 10. So if, for example, what I mean by multiplication is, let's say I do use the troop calculator and I find out that per attack against an epic, I can carry 200 battle griffins into attack. So basically what I will do is I will multiply that number by 10 and I will train 2,000. So it means that I can attack an epic 10 times without having to retrain my silver troops. Now that only works with the amount of troops that you can make before your food goes into the red. Okay. So in the case of this seasonal kingdom city, the most I can make is 6 times that amount of battle griffins, for example. But I've just changed this over. Can I change back? I can. Great. So obviously I want to make sure that I have my food consumption bonus switched on and the food production bonus switched on. So it means then that when I go, plus obviously I have to have all my my food bonuses and troop training speed bonuses, i.e. the ones that Helen will give. I'm a bit way off upgrading her, but when I can, that will make a massive difference. And I'll be tripling my food production speed and more than doubling my troop training speed bonus. But anyway, she has on what she needs, and let me have a look and see how many troops I need. So the first thing I want to do is, assuming the next event is something that Cleo can use, I need to take Cleo and get her ready for an attack, include the dragon, so as I can find this leadership value here, and I will put that into action in my troop calculator as I showed on the video. Let's see, I think it's 120, 65, no more, okay, 130, 70, 140. Okay, that'll do, 140. Okay, so I now can change her back because I have the leadership value there, and I'm just going to train a few troops. If you've just joined me there, don't be afraid to say hello. Live stream. Y'all are very quiet today. Thanks for Dougie. Thanks to Dougie and Ryan. Just 2 of you managed to say hello. I'm not offended in any way, shape, or form. Anyway, let's train some troops. Calculator, get my calculator up here. Hello, Uncle Bob. Thank you for joining. Uncle Bob's Total Battle Lessons Learned. Interesting. Is that your channel, my friend? If it is, I'll look you up. Super. I'll have a look and I'll join you. I know, this is what I was saying earlier on. I have to try my Saturday stream. Okay, my Saturday stream this Saturday is at 6 p.m. Greenwich Mean Time, which is London time. So 6 p.m. on the east coast of the States, I believe, will be around midday. On the west coast, it'll be early in the morning. But yeah, welcome, Raren, and thanks for joining. Enjoy your first coffee. Not a drink I take too much, and yeah, not a drink I take too much, but when I do drink it, it's usually an espresso because I want that instant shot. Legru76, hello, thanks for joining and thanks for chatting. You just found out we share Seasonal Kingdom 105. Very good. And how are you getting on, Legru? Are you what clan are you with, first off? Then I'll decide whether I speak to you or not. Is it ZCI or UFC or somewhere else? No, I'm only kidding. I'll talk to anybody. I don't care whether you've crushed my city or my clan members. We're all friends. It's all part of the game, huh? Alejandro, welcome, my friend. How are you doing? Good to see you again. To get G7, I think more than I wanted to, if I'm being honest. I probably have spent roughly maybe 350 at this stage euro. I've tried to be as tight as I can, because I really didn't want to come in here and spend money that I could be spending on other things on my main account. But yeah, I've had to bite the bullet. If I didn't bite the bullet, I wouldn't have been able to keep up with the clan. And if I didn't keep up with the clan, there's no way I would have opened G7 on this already. Yeah, what was I doing? Training some troops. There's a lot of information earlier on in this video. So if you guys who have just joined now want to watch this afterwards, I've asked a few questions, made a few points, some of which may be interesting to you, some not so. But yeah, please look back over it, skip through it as you wish. But I have put in a few ideas and suggestions for what's going to come on the channel in the coming month. But this, rather than touching on the same things again and again and again and again and again, maybe it's easier to just watch the video afterwards. I know it's going to be long, but hey, you can skip through it, right? What did I... that's okay. Don't worry about it. I have a guy who was in UFC, Umgas, UMGAS, and he left UFC. I don't think he was able to keep up, and he's come to us now. Anyway, we're with PPP. We're just above you. So all good. Like I say, don't worry. Only planning to get the artifacts. That was exactly why I did this. Otherwise, I wouldn't be here. And I've pretty much said it at the start of the video. Unless you're mad, unless you have a never-ending bank balance, don't bother coming to Seasonal Kingdom, because it is not something you can do. Certainly not in halfway. It's not halfway through it. It's not something you can do to get what you're looking for. I've got both artifacts, obviously, from G6 and G7. And I'm going to stay here until G8, and that's it. I am bailing. I have seen enough. It's madness. I'm a long way off. You're in a shit clan. Well, I could be in a shit clan if I don't keep up with the guys here. And I know they'll look after me. Within reason. I do have to make an attempt. I'm doing okay on my chests. I keep my chests high. So I'm doing a lot of crypting, even if I'm burning through tar, because I don't have my character at a level he should be at. I'm doing a lot of crypting to stay here. If I'm slow getting to the final point of getting G8, then so be it. There's nothing I can do about that. But once clan members are keeping their end up and are pushing really hard and doing the clan points that are expected of them, which currently is in excess of 10,000, then they're welcome to stay. If they take longer to get to G8 and G9, then hey, that's their problem. But the problem, I suppose, will be that people that have got to G9 already are going to start bailing and pulling out, and then it might leave place for newer players, or not newer players, but other players to be able to access some of these clans as the time goes on, and some players pull out. But there will still be clan requirements. What are you saying? Uncle Bob, yeah, $300 US is all I can budget for the game, all total. That's why, yeah, you're right. It's crazy. I'm only doing it because I really wanted those 2 artifacts. I don't care about Bayo, and I don't care about Skadi. I'm not interested. For me, they're not any better than Cleo, and I think I have Cleo up to 387 or something like that. I just haven't really been pushing her lately. I pushed my Hercules, so I have Hercules there for the epics, and I have Cleo there that I'll use outside of epics for everything else. The 2 things were the Forest Crown and the Heart of the Forest. They're the 2 things I came here for. I have them both, but I will push on to G8 because I do want to use this account outside of that. So that's the only reason I'm staying here, Uncle Bob. And I will look at your channel. I'll write it down because I'll forget otherwise. Can I flag your post actually for myself? Don't know. Let me see what I can do with this. Go to... Oh, yeah, cool. Now, how do I do that? Open link a new tab. Excellent. Nice channel, Bob. Yeah, we'll stay in touch. Okay, I'll reach out to you after the stream today, and we'll have a chat. How about that? But yeah, that's very good. I'll take some hints and tips from your channel if you don't mind, and you can take some hints and tips from mine. And you're active since, when did you start this? 5 months ago. Okay. Yeah, very good. Do you stream as well, Bob? Do you do much? No? By the way, live streams? I've subscribed anyway. Yeah, good. Okay, how are we going here? You spent 120 G6 and 100 million Fenrir coins accumulated. Oh wow, that's good actually. Yeah, I've been low. Look, some of these events I haven't put in anywhere near the time that I should have done because of all of the other bits and pieces that are going. I mean, honestly, 87 days ago or 46 days ago, I was like, I don't think I actually have the time to do Seasonal Kingdom. But I was kind of cajoled into coming and starting, and I was told, look, you can go slow and take it in, but you may as well join. I'm not sorry I joined. I am glad I joined because I have got to the point I have, but I just haven't been here as much as I like to have been. I've missed a lot of the mini events, the forest events. I know I've missed out on a shitload of VP and XP. I could be a lot further on than I am now, and I know the clan here have jumped ahead of me. I'm way behind. So yeah, you've done well, and I obviously have spent wrongly to get to where I am. Given the fact that you spent less than half than me, Alejandro, and you are G6 and you have so many Fenrir coins. I just haven't. I've missed Ragnarok a couple of times, and I've done shit in it. So basically, I've nearly given up on Ragnarok. I'm now trying to get the VP from the forest events, and I'm going to try and hit all of them. It probably won't be enough time for me. I think I'm at 4 trillion. What am I at? There, I'm at 3.4. Can you see that on screen? Yeah, I'm at 3.4 trillion. So I don't even have enough to finish the first research to get me any closer to. I haven't even done any. In fact, where am I? Guardsman 1. No, Guardsman 2. What am I talking about? Yeah, so like I haven't even done Guardsman training cost yet. So it's 4.9, I think it is, for the first one, and 4.9, so I need 9.6. Isn't that what it is? I think that's what it is. I have it somewhere. But anyway, I'm a long way off G8s, but I'm not in a rush. I don't care at this stage. I will just take it easy and go from there. And what you're saying, 1 million Fenrir coins accumulated, that will give me the next 50% of VP for G7. Yeah, well, that's good. You're doing it the right way. And well, you're doing well if you're in a shit clan, because there's guys here in my clan haven't even got to G7 yet, and they're actually 180 and 190 million mites. But I don't know what they've been doing. Anywho, you need information about what's coming after Season Kingdom, the legacy thing. Okay, so to my knowledge, I'm not sure if it starts pretty much the day or the day after Seasonal Kingdom ends. I'm pretty sure it runs back to back on it. And it is easier the lower level you are in your main account, because I know people told me, players in around the 300 to 500 million mite mark, that they had already reached level 1 or level 2, and I was still struggling on G9s. It's because I'm up at a billion. The requirements for players over a billion mite are mental. I don't know how I'm going to do that. I may actually have to bump into a big clan to do that, but that's 40 days away, so I'm not going to worry about it. So yeah, that is hard. It's tough, and you're going to have to be prepared and ready for it. But yeah, keep an eye out for it. That's another spend. Shh. XP, keep the XP. Yeah, definitely keep the XP. I know a friend of mine has done the last 4 Ragnarok events, and she's kept all of the XP from it. So if you can now, start saving up. Don't waste the XP packs that you're getting in Ragnarok. Save that, definitely. It's going to be very important. I might do a video on it actually if I can, yeah. But all in short is just from now on, and if you've managed to do it before, save every centilla of the experience points depending on which account you're using it on. So keep that in mind. You won't need the experience points in your Seasonal Kingdom account if you are moving the artifacts or the captains gained from Seasonal Kingdom in your main account. Then you need your main account. All the Ragnaroks in main account are going to be important to keep XP from. You won't need them on this one, unless you're using your Seasonal Kingdom account as your main when you come out of here, which I know a few people have done or are going to do. They've spoke to me and they've said they've done very well, and they've built their city much better on their Seasonal Kingdom account. So when this is completed, they're going to use it as their main, and they may turn their old main into a silver alt or just a second account. What else? If you do KVK, you should have a lot of KVK portals. Yeah, I do. And Legru 76, and I have been doing that. That's something that we've kind of, as a superior in the Seasonal Kingdom clan here, that's something we've hammered into the guys here, because people are saying, oh, I can't crypt here. There's no crypts in the kingdom, whatever else. As you say, I think I've got 586. I think I've done all but one of the KVKs. So yeah, I've a shed load of portals for other kingdoms. I do 2 things with them. One is crypting, and the other thing is citadels. We hit a lot of citadels during that, because you can literally stick a portal right beside it, bang, you've got the citadel, rather than chasing and using a lot of speed ups back in your own kingdom. So yes, 100%, good point, well said, and thanks for making that point. Yeah, you're very welcome, Bob. We'll have a chat. It's not as polished, no, but you'll get there. I'll have a chat with you. I'll have a chat with you and maybe give you some tips. I am no YouTube expert, but I've learned a lot from reading or from watching YouTube videos on how to get your YouTube channel working. I can point you in the direction of a few anyway, and it may improve things for you. Excuse me. Very dry throat today. That's because I'm doing a lot of talking. And it's only Ishka today. Ishka, Irish for water. It's too early for beer. Well, never. It's always the time of the day for beer somewhere in the world, except for Denver, where it is coffee time. You could have a Bucks Fizz, I suppose. Actually, I'd kill a beer now. Yep. I'm glad somebody agrees with me. Somebody always there to agree with the mad Irish man. What else to say? What else to do? I was going to train some troops, but that'd be boring. I know it's it is a boring-ish game for streamers, I guess. For anybody watching a streaming channel. I hate to think what somebody who may not have watched or doesn't play this game, and I know I've had a few people, because I see the concurrent viewers on my stream settings here, and you might get a jump up for 2 or 3 members, and they're there for like 10 seconds, and then they're gone. And they're definitely not players of this game, because they probably come on and go, what the fuck is this? Because there is no action. Excuse my French there, by the way. It's another thing us Irish are good for swearing. Yeah, so they're looking at this and going, what is that little person doing walking across the screen, following a blue line? What are all these little cities doing? You know, if I go to attack something, it's not like it's going to be an interesting attack scene. It's not like any of the Halos or World of Warcrafts or Diablo even. I like Diablo, actually. I must play a little bit more of that when I get more time. Not now, because I can't play anything at the minute. Hell, my wife even gets pissed off at me because I spend so much time in here. But when you're 38 years married, it's we need a little time apart. That's what I keep trying to tell her. Anyway, what are we saying here? Yeah, well, Irish for water rhymes with English for whiskey. Yeah, it does a little, doesn't it? I'm not a whiskey drinker, I have to say. It's not something I have I've ever gotten into. My son drinks it. I wouldn't say he drinks it a lot, but he likes it. He likes it. I think it's important to get a good whiskey, right? I do love my wine, though, I have to say. Started with white, and I'm not so fond of the white now. I will drink white from time to time, but normally only with food. But I am very fond of a good red wine. I like the Riojas. I like the Malbecs. What else? Yeah, they're kind of my 2 favorites, but I'll pretty much drink anything if it's tasty. I like a deep red wine. Now people are logging into the channel and going, what is this guy doing talking about wine? So yeah, it is a kind of a boring stream to watch, and I'm sure you guys will be bored to tears if I start just training troops now. I just like to, the more members there are and the more people, the more channel viewers, the more viewers full stop there are, the better, because then you ask me questions or say things. Your favourite pub is one of only a few certified Irish beers in the US. Oh yeah? What part of the US are you in, Bob? Stupid question. I could probably find out in your channel, could I? No. Popular list posts. And I've just noticed something on your page, Bob. You gem. I see that 5 months ago you gave me a boost by mentioning my channel on your channel. Thanks so much. I'll do the same for you. Like I say, we'll touch base. Missouri, lovely. I was never there. I've been a few places in the US, due to family actually, because my wife's, well, my sister-in-law, she lives in Boston. No, she's in New York currently. She was in Boston for a good few years. She lived in Virginia. No, yes. Where did she live in Virginia? Raleigh. She lived in Raleigh. So we didn't get to Virginia actually. Would like to go. I believe place is beautiful down there. north and south. We've been to Fort Lauderdale a couple of times. We've been to Orlando once. No, actually, we were in Rotonda West in where the hell is that now again? Can't remember. State. Anyway, being in LA, that was for a very short time. That was on a pass through when we did a trip to New Zealand. We've not been to San Fran. I'd like to see San Fran. My wife has always wanted to go to San Diego. We've been to Boston, been to New York. So yeah, all the big places. I'm sure there is many, many lovely places off the map, and there is many places I'd like to go to and go to see. But maybe in years to come, I'll have to bring a really good laptop or setup with me, because I can't be away from the game for too long. But yeah, I've heard Missouri is a beautiful place, and maybe one day I'll get to see it. Let me know if that volume is too high in the background, guys, or if it's not high enough. I know somebody said it was a little bit too loud earlier on, but at least if I'm not speaking and you can hear it, hopefully it's enough to be able to hear it. Yes, so where else was I? Oh, actually, hopefully it'll be King's Mercy event soon too. What's on next? Another 34 minutes. Did I not answer anybody there? What else do we say there? Yeah, got to you, Alejandro. Got to Legru. Got to Rarin. You get the artifacts, yeah. And information that's coming out. So it's the legacy thing. Yeah, the legacy thing I am looking forward to, and hopefully I can get some more points on some more stars on my new artifacts. Although what I'm going to be doing for a while, excuse me. Yeah, I'm hopefully going to be kept too busy to be doing too much in the way of attacking, so I'm really not going to need these artifacts in the weeks and months to come as we build something, build a clan and get like-minded members in, and let's try and get them all well versed in how this game is played. What best to do, what best not to do. What else we got here? What's my favorite event? In SK or just in general? In Season Kingdom, 100% I love the format that they have made for KVK. In general, yeah. So in general, I do like the Olympus event. It's fun. Not so much the Lav event in it, because, well, it's the only way the Lav event works, actually works well in my opinion, is if you're not in a clan, because then nobody can attack your lava mine, so you can build your lava mine and mine it, and if it's a level 45 you get lots of lava oil. That's the only part of Olympus that I don't like. But yeah, I think Olympus probably would be my favorite event currently. It's the one that has just a few aspects to it, but I suppose when you get to a certain level, everything just kind of becomes a bit of a chore, if you get me. But I love the SK Kingdom versus Kingdom event, and I mentioned it earlier on the video. The reason I like it so much, and I think they should adapt some of it to the main account, Kingdom versus Kingdom. Yeah, it is definitely, it is certainly hard to do all five, but if they could adapt some of it to the main Kingdom versus Kingdom event, I think you get a lot more people playing it. And the parts that are nice to have that aren't possible in the main one, as you know, are the fact that you can steal a banner from a city that's still under a shield. If that was included in the main event, I reckon you would get maybe thousands more people playing the Kingdom versus Kingdom event, because it gives them all a chance to get their event points. And what's so important about the Kingdom versus Kingdom, again, as you know, if you're in a clan that doesn't do or doesn't have the possibility for conquest point runs, CP runs, the only way you're going to be able to get CP is either attacking other players or playing an event like Kingdom versus Kingdom. So yeah, the event points that you get literally from doing the attacking shielded cities is really beneficial. In fact, when I did the first KVK event here, I didn't attack any cities that weren't shielded. So I attacked all that weren't shielded. Yeah. So I attacked all shielded cities to get the banners, albeit the fact that I had to attack a lot of them, because normally shielded cities only have one banner, unless you can be lucky and hit it at a time that's past the point of everybody having already got their banners. So yeah, I love that event here. What else? I like all the mini events as well in Seasonal Kingdom, but I also like very much so the fact that when Ruthless Slaughter is on, that there is still mini events running and you can revive your troops with silver. That is very beneficial, because as we know in the main event, the only thing that runs at the same time as RS is Ancient's Treasure. Excuse me, dry throat today. Ruthless Slaughter, again, running at the same time as Clash of the Kingdoms, is also beneficial, because you've got silver and you can revive troops with silver. And finally, the KVK event, meaning that if you're attacked during KVK by another kingdom, you don't lose any of your resources. That also is a massive benefit. So all in all, I would have to say that for me, the KVK in Seasonal Kingdom is the best event I have ever played in Total Battle. So there you go. That's just my opinion. Difficult to compete. Slaughter, yeah, Slaughter is exceptional now as opposed to 100%. Well, it's exceptional now in Seasonal Kingdom, but not in main, because it's only, as I say, there's only vaults there. There's no epic events that run. Bar Olympus, I did say that earlier. I know Olympus does overlap with it. I think is Briareus runs at the same time, that I can't remember, but one of the events fall in and around RS, and you are forced again by the developers to use gold to revive your troops. Again, little things like that. A video that I'm going to make, I mentioned earlier in this stream, is the good, the bad and the ugly of the game that is Total Battle, and I want people to get involved in that heavily and give us your realistic expectations or wants for Total Battle to change things, and maybe they'll watch it. Maybe they will, maybe they won't. They won't care. I know they're in the business of making money. Any business wants to make money, and they want to make money hand over fist, as we all know. Jazz full on a guitar, welcome. Thanks for joining the chat. Nice to see you. This is the first time actually there's probably a few people on here. It's first time streams for you, because it's been such a long time since I've done my last stream. In fact, oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it's been such a long time since I've done my last stream, because I had so much going on in real life, etc., etc. Here we go. And I hate this event, by the way. This here, fuck it. Hate it. Waste of time. I don't mind it during Kingdom versus Kingdom, because I actually find it easier to get into one of the Springs of Life and gather the points I need. But I usually just do it to get to, I think I gather normally about 11 or 12,000 points. I did make a point of increasing my Captain's Drawer, and I put fairly good gear on him, so he's picking up, he can empty a level 10, I think in 4.5 minutes, so that's beneficial, obviously, getting the gear on him. But yeah, no, I fucking hate this event. Waste of fucking time. Yeah, I don't know how you pronounce your name, MHAAWN. I won't even make an attempt. And thank you. And excuse me for cursing anytime today. I hope there's no younger viewers here that whose parents, mothers and fathers would be disgusted to hear someone like me, a grown man, swearing. But I find expletives sometimes a good way of getting your point across, or making a scenario seem more interesting. Leave it. Okay, I won't make an attempt to make a fool of myself. Yes, so what was I saying? So I'd really like everyone to get involved in that video when I do it. I did say actually that I would like it to be a stream, but I'd like to have lots of people online discussing it at the time, and you never know who might be listening in, hey? So yeah, I'll maybe do that on one of my Saturday streams, just to go over again. I know I mentioned this earlier on in the video, but some people may not have been there then. No, that's true, Bob. That's very true. Unless they have mummy or daddy's credit card, and mummy or daddy doesn't know that they're spending money that they shouldn't be spending. What was I going to say? Yeah, so my streams, this is the start of the 3 weekly streams. Monday, 12 p.m. GMT. I may change these. I may change them depending on how I can fit them into real life, etc., etc. But the 12 o'clock, the midday one, running for 3 hours kind of works for me. I know it won't work for you guys in the States or for other people on a different time zone. But the Monday one at 12 GMT, meaning Greenwich Mean Time. Wednesday one, 12 p.m. GMT. Might push that forward by an hour. And then the Saturday one will be the interesting one. So I'm doing that at 6 p.m. for as long as my wife lets me. Because Saturday is usually family day, and I've got grandkids and other members of family that I have to spend time with. But I did say that I'm going to try and do that stream on a Saturday evening around tea time here in Ireland, 6 p.m. GMT, and that'll run probably for about 3 hours. And I'll see if I can't stick to that Saturday one. I might do one on Sunday instead. But again, family day can be more Sunday, so it may not suit other people to watch it no more than it will suit me to actually do it on that day. But we work around it. But for now, I'm guaranteeing 3 streams a week, Monday, Wednesday, and Saturday. The one caveat with the Saturday one is it is going to be for Discord channel members only. So please, if you want to join that stream, you do have to be a Discord member. I will post the link for it each Saturday when it's coming on, or Sunday if we change to Sunday. And you will only be able to see or get to that stream through that link. But again, I'll put a note up about that a little bit closer to the time. Anybody else that's in the background there, please say hello. We don't bite. You're not going to be expected to say all sorts of things. How do you deal with gathered silver when using Aaron? Okay, so there's 2 ways that I do that. One is I caravan it to one of my alts. 2, if I get a large amount of silver, I will shield. I'll put up my shield and maybe build troops. So if I do it from my main account, because the main account, at the minute I'm full of troops in the main account. I'm overly full of troops, actually. I've got more than I need. So when I get silver now, I'll just hold on to it for a while. I'll put up a shield. If it's a good amount. If it's a small amount, I'll generally caravan it out. That's where using that actually could make for a good video now that you mention that. So let me just make a note of that on my piece of paper here. So we want a vid on exactly as you asked, how to deal with stolen silver, we'll call it. We could say borrowed silver, because the player that we took it off might come back and get it someday, or somebody else might come and take it. Bit like a Ponzi scheme. We take it from somebody and somebody takes it from us, right? How to deal with stolen silver. Okay. Well, stolen silver whilst using Aaron. Okay. But just to basically touch on it, being as you've asked, it would be rude for me not to tell you what I would do. So if you are a big enough player and you've attacked a smaller player, they're not likely to come after you. So you will have a certain amount of time. The big thing to try and remember or try and do when you're using Aaron is if you attack a city that has a lot of silver and has had a lot of ingots, first thing to do is pay the ingots, and don't pay them all. So let's just say you had 2,000 ingots in your city and you're attacking a player and you've gathered whatever 100 million silver and he had 200,000 ingots. The first thing I'll do is pay the ingots and put me back to having maybe 2,000. I won't pay it so as I then have zero, because 0 ingots and a city that isn't burning, it can be a sign that they've just stolen a lot of resources, silver as such. So the first thing is pay silver. The second thing is if you have stolen a good amount, okay, I would strongly suggest that you put up a shield, okay? Once you put up the shield, you can decide what you're going to do with it. Either go and attack epics, build an army, attack epics for a while, and maybe just attack normal monsters on the map after building silver troops. So basically what you're getting now from that is you're gaining some valor points and experience points, and leveling up a captain or two, okay? After that, I would do one of two things. I will either caravan it to another city that I have, i.e. an alternate city, maybe one that I'm just using solely as a silver bank. So I have a couple of cities. I'm going to have another city now shortly. Once I finish Seasonal Kingdom, that city will be coming back to somewhere. I haven't decided where yet. So I then will have 3 cities plus my main city, 4 in total. I use one just to put silver into that isn't making silver. I use a second to create silver. And I will probably use my Seasonal Kingdom city also to create silver. So basically, both those cities make silver, and they will send silver either to my main or to my bank, let's say. The other thing I do to get the silver out of my city is I will usually have one of my alternate cities in another clan. And what I then do is I will use it to attack my main city. That doesn't always work. If I have too many troops in my main city and I can't take them all out and put them into a fort or send them on a long march to let my alt city attack my main city and take everything out of it. So normally what happens is I will just have to caravan it, okay? Because unless I had an alt that was the same size as my main and I could move all my troops out, I'm not going to be able to do it, and it'll just be very messy. There is one other thing that you can do, but you still then also have to be able to move all of your troops out and not have excess food or excess resources like building materials in your city. And that is if you're in a clan, a biggish clan, most big clans will have a bank, and that bank will be usually a fairly decent size, and it will be able to attack a portal or your city to be able to gather your city and save it to the clan bank, okay? It's probably one for a video to go through it with all of the possible options for it, but that basically is how I deal with silver as I get it. For example, I just stole 101 million silver last night from a city a couple of kingdoms below me, in where I am in K198 now, and I just shut up shop, so I just put a shield up. I know it costs gold to build a shield, So it's not something that maybe all players will be able to afford to do. If you don't have a lot of gold running through the clan that you're in, you're not getting a lot of gold, you just will have to shift it fast. So that's really the what I do when I gather a lot of silver. It's either put up a shield or caravan it to your other city. That's simple answer to that one, really. That's a nice track actually playing in the background there. Sounds a bit Led Zeppelin-ish. You're very welcome. Like I say, keep a lookout. I have made a note here to do a video on that, and I'll try and go over that in depth without it being too long, and then you can obviously listen to that video. Yeah, that's really so. Actually, really like that track. Can I save that? What's that? Why can I not do that? Sorry, I'm just fiddling about something here. Oh, I can't. I'll have to take a screenshot of that. So I use for music here, in case you're wondering. May as well talk about other things while I'm here as well. Get my phone ready and take a picture of that track. Yes, so for music here in the background, I have an account with, well, actually, no, it's part of my, it's an add-on. It's an add-on to my, I can't even remember the bloody name of it. Oh, brains just don't work some days. They really don't. No. Damn it. Shouldn't have done that. Now I have to go back to scratch. Genres. Rock. I was in indie. Maybe I can find that one actually. No, can't. Anyway, that was stupid. So yeah, I have a what is the freaking name of it? Oh, it'll come to me now. Epidemic Sound. Okay, hell. This isn't a an advertisement for Epidemic Sound. No gratuity was paid to me for this advertisement. Non-advertisement. I use an Epidemic Sound account, and it is all royalty-free music. So it's music that I won't get flagged for under YouTube's copyright policies. So it's quite good. If you ever considered it, I'll talk to you about it, Bob. If you ever consider doing live stream, you can have a look at it, whether you want to use it or not. But I couldn't use the likes of, so I couldn't use a Led Zeppelin track. I couldn't use, this is really turning into an advertisement for Epidemic Sound. But we're on a live stream, so I'll hide it afterwards. I'll edit it out. But basically what I do is I can pick a genre of music from there, be it soul, rock, easy listening, pop, etc., etc., etc. There's genres, there's moods, there's playlists. You can create playlists, etc., etc. But it's really good. Some of the tracks, okay, good stuff. I'll write it there in the thing. I won't give you a link to it because I'm not plugging them that much. But funny enough, I got it free. I got a free version of it from the so my screens here, if I go back to starting soon, so you see this background screen that I have. So that and this are all part of the application I use to be able to have a be right back screen or a starting stream soon screen, etc., etc. They're called something again. Jesus, this is what happens when you don't use something for weeks or months at a time. Forget what they're all called. They're basically like background screens that I can input then my my main game screen into, or they're overlays. Yes. I think I'll need to have a little sip of water. Whiskey. So basically, I get overlays from them. And one of the offers on their stream at the time, on their overlays, was a free version, mini version of Epidemic Sound. But it is nice to have something running in the background that you're not going to get flagged for on YouTube for copyright infringement. I did, funny enough, get flagged on my first stream that I did. I got flagged for 2 tracks that were on this. And I got straight on to Epidemic Sound and straight on to YouTube and said, why am I getting flagged for something that is free to use through Epidemic Sound? And within 2 hours, they had apologized and reinstated my video, because I obviously lost the use of it being used. It blanked out the sound for the whole video because of that one supposed copyright infringement, which wasn't the case. But since then, I've used it a couple of times on other videos and also on another live stream, and I didn't get any flags. So they know that I'm using Epidemic Sound, and they know then that all the music is copyright free. So yeah, that's a good one. For anybody interested in doing live streams or videos, you can sign up to Epidemic Sound at epidemicsound. I haven't a clue what it's dot, but look it up. Anyway, that's the free advertisement for Epidemic Sound today. Might get on to them and tell them I want a free cap. Good luck to that. Anywho, I'm sure they make more revenue off bigger channels than they do off my measly 14 viewers watching this once. So yeah, where was I? Yeah, I'll show you how mental it's going to be here in Verdant Rebirth. I'll go and try and mine one of these springs of life. So there's probably going to be about 10 more minutes of this feed. I'll run a little bit into the Verdant Rebirth, and then I shall have to go and do some real life stuff. I'd like to sit here all day, but sadly that won't cut the mustard or pay the bills. It's amazing how this spikes, actually. Just looking at my stats here, my analytics for this video, it's like the Rockies. It's up and down and up and down and up and down and up and down. So the most we've had so far is 16 viewers at the same time, and the least we've had is 3. And that seems to have been actually right in the middle of me talking about Epidemic Sound. So maybe people don't like Epidemic Sound. I know it was actually before that, wasn't it? What time was that at? It doesn't show a time feature. Anywho, just looking at your channel there again, Bob. Managing multiple cities. That's a good one. I'll have to have a look at that and see if I do something similar. Moving a clan to another kingdom. Another good one. Dress for success. Equipment. That's so important. Did you do one about do you want a hero? Not a sandwich? Is a hero a sandwich? What's a hero sandwich? Sandwich. I know you'll answer me now in a minute. Any advice on doing citadels? Yes and no. Your best a meat sandwich. Okay, nice. I am starving now. I'm so hungry. Oh my God. I have to get something to eat soon. Yes, jazz, full, and a guitar. Actually, I'll have to have a look at your channel too. It sounds interesting. Maybe you play guitar, do you? You're into your jazz, obviously. There's actually one song I did find when I was trying to get my new surround system at home working perfectly, and I wanted to try out my subwoofer. I got a track. I'll have a think about that and I'll come back to you. But I got a track that has a really, really deep bass in it. Yes, I'm a jazz guitar player. Nice. And my son plays a bit of guitar. I love guitar, but I never, ever tried to pick one up and learn it. I think this day, maybe I should, my old age, while I still have the use of my fingers. Anyway, sorry, I digress. Any advice on doing citadels? I'm going to type for you 2 channels that you should go on and have a look at. I've mentioned them before. One is Wolf's Citadels. Okay, so if you just go into the chat function, in fact, I think I have it here. It's easy to understand in this game. I beg to differ. I could play this game till the cows come home, but I sure as shit couldn't play Stairway to Heaven on a guitar. I just couldn't get my... do you know what the problem I have with the guitar? And I think it'd be the same for drums. It's the doing several things at the same time. Like your foot and your hands and all the rest of it. I'm okay with my hands. I have good hands. I like doing things with my hands and my fingers. I play a bit of snooker. I was good at that. But that's maybe slightly different. That's ball to eye coordination. But what was I going to say? Shit, it's gone again. No, my brain isn't working, not functioning too well today. I was going to go and do something there. What was I getting? Oh, Jesus. Wolf's Citadels, sorry. Wolf's Citadels. There it is there. So if you go into that channel, there are 3 really clever and helpful guys on that channel. One is this fella, Z Annihilator, okay? And the other one is, well, actually, there's probably 4 or 5 really good fellas there. Solomon is another good guy on there. But these will all help you with elven attacks. With citadel attacks. They will, if you put a citadel attack in that channel and say, anybody, any help to make this easier or have less losses, you can kill a level 10 lossless with any of the tier 9 mercenaries. To have them, you need to have level G6 guardsmen. Okay. You can kill a level 10 and a level 15 with Wyvern. Okay. You need 1 Wyvern and either Captain Ingrid or Captain Wu Zetienne or Captain Brunhild. Any of the flying captains and or the monster captain, and you can kill with a level 10 with 1 Wyvern. You may not even have these Wyvern. I'm going to say this anyway. A level 15 you can kill with 5 Wyvern. A level 20 you can't until you have increased the health, certain aspects of health in your captains and your monsters. But if you put a post into that channel, and see this one here, I'm not going to spell that out. Well, I will actually. I'll post it in here while I have it in front of me. So this one is TWIERDZE BEZSTRINSTTNE. Okay, so they're the 2. Have I spelled that first? Last second one right? Yeah, I have. They're the 2 best channels to go to see about learning about citadels. And basically in there you'll have players who are attacking citadels. So this guy, for example, at 25 cursed. Okay, he's using all of these troops, and you can see he's using all of these monsters as well. those monsters, you don't need to use all of them to kill a level 25. I have a foolproof way of killing them, but only at a certain level. So yeah, if you go on to both, just find both those chats, okay, and attack a level 10 or level 15, whatever troops you have. Don't worry about not having the highest tier. Use a couple of monsters. You can ask, can somebody do better than this? And they will obviously help you out, and they will show you or tell you the best way or the best troops to use to be able to probably losslessly kill that citadel. So level 10 and level 15 are pretty straightforward. They can be done with even lower level troops than using the T9 mercenaries. At level 20s are a little bit harder, but it is possible. The level 25s and level 30s, Elvens 25 and 30s, are impossible to do with outlosses. Even the T9 or even the G9, S9 players. So for me, for example, I can't do a level 25 without a very small amount of losses. So I don't bother. I just attack them with all Koraks. But I only do it from time to time because I don't really need citadels anymore. I will need them obviously when I get people in the clan, because I'll be able to provide them with citadel chests. The level 25 cursed citadel can also be done lossless when you have G9, M9 monster is 9, the highest monster in the game. And level 20s obviously are lower than that. So the two that you can't do lossless, to answer your question, are level 25 and level 30s. Nobody can do them in the game lossless. I think somebody said they could do a level 25 Elven at one stage, but they didn't show a report, so I'm not sure if they were spoofing or not. So yeah, those two channels, definitely worthwhile putting them down and go and have a look. Just even go into the channel and just scroll, and you'll see, just look at all the chats, the reports that other people have put up, and what has been suggested for them to tweak or change by the number of troops they're bringing to allow them to losslessly kill that citadel. Okay, let's go and find some of these springs of life. And let's see me get killed out of it. No, I do use... let's go and have a look where they're normally quiet. Here's a 10, so he's going to it. Let me just change... Oh, I have straw, actually. Yeah, perfect. Okay, there's a 10 there. So let's fly away to this. Capture. I'm just going to send straw. Deselect all. And I'm only going to send him with scouts. An hour and 55 minutes? No, something wrong there. Oh yeah, there's monsters. That's why. Hey! Capture. Him. No dragon. Deselect all. Select all. Deselect all. Why can I not deselect these goddamn monsters? See, look at this. Look at this stupid game. I can't deselect monsters. Oh, things are sent to try me. Get out. Put you back in. Let's check. Resource gathering is on. I think it is. No. Is it on? This will be gone by the time I have this all checked. Stupid game. Stupid game. Deselect. Deselect all. There we go. And I select scouts. And that's going to take me 15 minutes to walk to. And speed up. So I tend to try and target the level 10s. You're very welcome. And I'll check out your channel as well. Well, I think I already did check out your channel. Go to channel. I'm going to find out now if I did. Nice. So I'm going to subscribe to your channel, Jazz Full and a Guitar. And hopefully I can listen to some of your stuff. Do you do your own stuff on there? You probably do. Stupid question, right? Or do you just put up other players, other people's? Autumn guitar. I'll have a listen anyway. I'll have a look at your channel. I have subscribed. Maybe I'll learn something. Maybe I won't. yeah, as I said earlier, my son played a bit of guitar. I used to do a little bit of singing when I was slightly younger than I am now. He had a band, and he had a few friends in the band, and until they found a decent singer, they asked me if I'd sing. Well, I offered to sing, so I did. Kind of rock. Did stuff like, what? Metallica, did a bit of Metallica, did a bit of, we did all sorts. Did Seven Nation Army, Enter Sandman, bit of Muse, if you've heard of them, MUSE. What else? Did a bit of Black Sabbath. So yeah, it was fun. I enjoyed it. Kept me young. Still sing to myself in the shower. But yeah, that's for another day. Some looping and some covers. Okay, great. I'll check it out. That doc is from 2019, but the numbers are still correct. Which document now? What did I miss? What am I missing? Which document? 4 up from here. Sorry, Bob. I am lost. I am just lost today. Four up from the message you just put in now would be 1, 2, 3, 4. Monsters and Citadels. Oh, okay. Oh, did you post one? No. Sorry, my brain is gone. I'm frazzled. I'm sure I'll see it when I see it, but maybe it isn't showing. No, it's not showing. There's no document on the screen for me. Now, sometimes the chat will automatically lock, or sorry, I know why. It'll automatically, let me see. Community moderation is on. Community moderation. Let me just see. My mod may have kicked it or may have prevented it. Stream edit. Yeah, so it's being run by hidden. Block links. No, the block links isn't active. Cancel. Okay. Yeah, I think it is blocking outside links. Anyway, I'll have a look at it. Afterwards. Is it a Google document? G8, I'm a long way off. I think I'm at 3 trillion. Let me see. There you go. 3.4 trillion, and I haven't done any research yet on Academy for G8. So if I get to it in the next 2 weeks, I'd say I'll be doing well at this rate. So yeah, I'm pretty way behind. In Seasonal Kingdom, by the way. Yeah, Microsoft. I think I know the one that you may have mentioned, and I do have it there. If it's the one, is it the document that also shows what troops to use against other monsters on the map? Yeah, okay. I know that. All right. That's not a great guide, to be honest. You really are better off looking at all of the videos in that channel, in the Wolf Citadels, or the other one that I can't pronounce. I think it's Polish. I think it's a Polish channel. I'm nearly sure it was a Polish guy who sent me it. But anyway, if you look in there, you'll see a lot of examples. How to make my might so high. Well, I've still been doing a lot of stuff in the background. I'll explain that in a minute. But if you look at all the channels, it is very laborious. I had shown that in one of the videos. Maybe you saw it. The monster sheet, I think I called it. I know it said about citadels there, but it is only giving you an example for the best troops to use, i.e. melee, or however you like to pronounce the word melee. It's telling you the right ones to use that don't, that the citadel don't have bonuses against, but it isn't telling you in such a way as to be able to attack that citadel and win the attack and not have any losses. So that's why I'm suggesting those two channels that I put up there. They're both chat channels. If you go into them, you will get help from the guys in there, and honestly, you'll come out screaming and shouting, going, "Yes, I can finally defeat a citadel without having any losses." Citadels in this kingdom be slightly different, because by the time you've chosen or selected all the troops that would be required to attack a level 20 or 15 or 10, somebody else has killed the shagging thing. Anyway, what was I going to say? How did I make my might so high? So several ways. I don't know. Some people maybe have been holding back on the achievements, but all the achievements down here also drive your might level. Okay. So if you go down here and have a look at these, for example, defeat a level 17 rare monster squad. If you click on that, you'll see how much might you get for doing that task. So I've done a lot of the tasks in there, but also I have leveled up my captains. And as you level up your captains, you also obviously get might every time they hit a 0. So 240, 250, 220, 230, etc., etc. That drives your might level up as well. But also research in your academy will also drive up your might level. So as you boost your army mod sections, okay, which I'm fairly way across here, 4. So I'm up to level 7 on ranged, mounted and melee units strength. So that also drives your might level up. So that's how I have got the might level so high up. S. What are quite beefy? The captains. Yeah. So my character, as I showed earlier on, I have to keep an eye on this mine. I don't want to get killed off. It's 48 seconds to go. So as you see, a level 10 with me using straw, it's taken me just short of 5 minutes to empty. And I find the level 10s are frequented a lot less, and you have more chance of being able to collect out of a level 10 than you have out of level 15 or 20. And obviously if you hit it at the start, you can still get a 10k each time, but this will probably get me most of the way up, won't it? 10, what'll that give me? 10,000 points will nearly see me up to there, more than halfway down the list. And I usually only do it as far as 26,800. So I don't bother with the last two, because I'm not fucking sitting in these mines all day. Okay, so that's the 10 done. My character, now I can show you my character. So my character is, well, you can see them all there. He's 151, but I have put the March Speed Thunderdrum on him, so as I can fly through, fly after the crypts a little bit faster. He's level 151. I have him up to 6 stars. So he's at a plus 50% exploration efficiency, and I will push him the rest of the way once I get the essence and the fragments, so as he's on full tilt. I have the Omniscience gear on the blue level, which gives me a good exploration efficiency and march speed and march range. I've also got a few decent gems and enchantments on as well. So all in all, that's how I'm able to crypt when I can find a friggin' crypt in this goddamn kingdom. What's your characters? Yeah, like strong, yeah. Okay, big jumps in might comes from artifacts. Open all fragments even if you don't use them. Yep. Yes, Legru, good point. Yeah, which reminds me, I must go. Excuse me, I must go and do a few more. Okay, what are we going here? I need another level 10 that I can just quickly get to and get the last of the points I need for this. I know I could use my. In fact, yeah, let's use that. Mine's Spring of Life, and I want a level 10, so let's get rid of these. And that's fine, a level 10, 6, 4, 10. And that's a low level player, so let's squeeze these out. Yeah, let's try squeeze this fella out because he's only small. So I'm not going to go with my actual army. I am just going to go with my scouts because I know I can get there fast. And he will probably jump out of this mine when he sees me coming if he checks where my city is. And then hopefully I can get the rest of it. If not, I'm going to die here. Usually small players will jump out of mines, but he didn't. Wow. This guy's got balls of steel. Okay. Let's do it again. Let's revive. Only this time, I'm going to send him with a lot of nasties. Oh, it's going to take too long. The march time on these is what kills me. Okay, maybe he's offline. If he's offline, then I could attack him. Let's open a portal. Attack. Deselect all. Select all. Now he may think I'm coming again with just scouts and he may stay there. However, he's going to be in for a bit of a shock. Yum, yum, yum. Ah, he came out that time. Where is he? He mustn't have noticed. Ah, so he's probably in a few different mines, and that's how he didn't notice me coming the first time. Be interesting to see if he comes back. Anyway, now I'm going to have to wait. How long is it? I don't need much tar now. 6. Let me just see. As I say, I only half do this event. If I get up to 13.4, I'll be happy. I might get the rest of the way. Because I do find it just a pain in the backside of an event. Not chasing around the map trying to find some friggin' blue tar for the amount of points it gives me. It's not worth it. Yeah, where are we now? Okay, what are we now? 20 past 3. Okay, it's drawing near the end of my stream and it's time I was doing other things. So that is 3 hours. I am going to log off now shortly unless anybody else wants to ask me anything else before I go. I have a few notes taken for stuff that some of you would like me to touch on in future videos. And I have a few channels to have a look at. So where are we? Have a look at that. I've subscribed. We'll have a look at Bob's. What's running now, actually, the mini event, War Tools. Oh, that's interesting, actually. Why does... so War Tools event is running, and I notice it doesn't allow you to use the this Sacred Potions as a resource. That's a bit stupid, Total Battle. I mean, that's a resource. If you have to mine it, it's a resource. So why does it not get included in the War Tools event? What do we get for this anyway? Carrying capacity. That might be worth having. What is the minimum points at the minute? 81,000. That means I'd have to attack somebody else. Anyway, I'll have to look at that. Thanks, Bob. You're very welcome. And thanks for showing me your channel. As I say, we'll definitely hook up and do something together. Right, okay. I think I am going to call it a day, and I will be back on Wednesday for the next live stream. Hopefully you guys can make it. Given the fact that I've got some members in at a later time, I just might squeeze this forward a little. So if I was to push this forward, instead of doing it at midday GMT, Irish time obviously, I might try and push it forward by 2 hours. If I did it at 2, that'll leave me 3. I just need to be better prepared. I'll see if I can organize it. At the very least, I might try and push it forward by an hour. But if I can push it forward by 2 to 3 hours, yeah, if I could push it forward by 2 hours, 2, 3, 4, 5, I might just be able to squeeze in a 3-hour stream then before real life takes its toll and I need to do what I need to do in the late afternoon. Okay, so look, I've enjoyed this stream today. Thanks to the guys, all of you who have jumped on and said hello. Thanks to those who didn't say hello but still took time out to watch the stream. I hope it was of some use and benefit to you. If you liked what you saw, then please join me again for future streams. Please like and subscribe the YouTube channel, and by all means please come and join us on the Discord channel, where we're going to have a lot of fun and a lot of chatting in the weeks and months to come. But for now, thanks for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you on Wednesday or on the next video. Curf, peace out.